This is someone who I've been requested to talk about many fucking times. His name is Gordon, I think Pala, also known as G Flash, also known as Gordo from the Gordoverse. This is a very autistic web, and it's spun up entirely by users of the Kiwi forums. And it is into a category of lolcow I don't really have a name for, but it's in this patrician of my brain as I guess kind of as a cult cow, which is a term that I use kind of pejoratively to describe a lolcow whose content as a lolcow is very interactive, and it is about a small group of people who are very dedicated with interacting with this lolcow, usually by this kind of proxy where they post something on Twitter, not breaking any of the forum rules, but they post something on the Twitter, and then the Kiwi Farms user responds to it on the forum, not directly talking to this person, but kind of talking about them, and then that person responds on Twitter, and this goes on and on. Gordo is kind of in this world. He is an internet tough guy. He is a brony. He is a conservative, from my understanding, because he follows a bunch of like conservative Twitter accounts. But he's also very pro LGBTQIP+. And my favorite little fact is that as he is a staunch pro lolicon, he's also huge into VTubers. So I'm going to name and shame here by the end of the Gordo segment. But let's just do a little introduction. He does these internet tough guy videos where he addresses his minions who don't exist, but he still does it anyways. And I'll just let him talk for himself for just a little bit.
Welcome, my loyal Verimites, and to all my viewers and subscribers, to a very, very special edition of Darkfire Verum. I'm your host, GFlashEX. Today's topic: lollies. Is it a body type, or is it actual CP consumed by the victims of CSA or CSEM? Well, depends on what country you live in. There are some countries who ban lollies or any lolly-related material from their country. Why? Because to them, it's CP. And no matter how you swing it, that's their prerogative. The only country that this lolly material is allowed is in Japan. But we have acquired serious issue with these so-called lollicons that are floating around or swimming around on social media. That's right. They are not on there to just show some Japanese artwork of lollies. No. Their other main goal is to weed out the pedophiles and the maps that are also on social media, and out them and expose them. And when I mean expose, I mean doxing them, sending a SWAT team after them, getting law enforcement involved for absolutely no reason. Why? Because they said that pedos and maps are a blight on their culture of lollies, or lolly culture as they would call it.
What I really appreciate about this guy is that he has this YouTube channel called GFlashX. He doesn't put out videos too often, and it's mostly just like his Twitter drama. And he pretends that he epically owns everyone he talks to and then makes a shitty little video on it. But if we scroll down to his shorts, just real slowly, chat, just a little you can see that at one point he had the most glorious pedophile beard ever worn by anyone. The kind of person that makes you think you dress up as Santa so you can have little kids sit in your lap. Like that, like it's just unfucking believable. He has the glasses too that are like a little bit too circular, a little bit too creepy, and then he has the fucking beard, and it's just amazing that he just looks exactly as he is. The physiognomy checks are real, and they always are. Um, so this is the actual thread, and this one I have talked about on stream before in the lightest dusting ever. Because it was a funny once-off incident that has now sprawled into not only almost 100 pages of content on the forum directly, but he has interacted with other locales, including one that I'll talk about on the stream. This guy came to the Kiwi Farms with one mission in mind. He was on Discord, and he had a fight with somebody over Genshin Impact. If I see if I can just scroll down. This is just clips of him being like a retard pedo. There's him with the LGBT pride flag thing. Him at conventions where women try to keep 6 meters from him purely for COVID purposes, at least. This is him just doing cunny posting on Twitter. Where the fuck is it? Sorry, this is a very long thread. Okay, I might... Sorry, let me just look this up real quick, because it's somewhere in this thread, but I missed it. I did a whole bit on this, and I remember it very clearly because it was very funny. Oh, sorry. Okay, I found it. So he plays Genshin Impact, and he participates in Genshin Impact Discord communities. And of course, his favorite character is this little girl called Cleese, or Klee. And obviously, Klee is a lolly character. However, on the Genshin Impact wiki, she's classified as short. So I did a whole thing about how funny it was that they just call their lolly characters short to get around the fact that they're obviously supposed to be a lolly character. However, in this Genshin Impact community, was Tallbot the one who did this? Am I mixing them up? I think I am. I think you're right. I am mixing them up. Okay, I'm gonna have to put that on the back burner then. I am. I'm totally mixing them up, I think. Oh, I feel like a retard. Okay, keep the Klee in the back of your mind. Gordo is a different lolicon VTuber person, okay, than Nicholas Talbot. And his content is mostly just him fucking arguing about lolicon and shit. I tried to go to his Twitter page to find some content. It is nothing but fucking lolly shit. So he follows nothing but like lolicon Twitter accounts, like lolicon VTubers. So I would like to get to this, and he gets into fights with like actual VTubers that have tens of thousands of followers, and somehow he manages to like get replies from them, and that's what he makes his or that's in the past he stopped doing them, but that's what he made his YouTube videos on, is that he would get into fights with like actual VTubers or people in that sphere, and then he would make his video saying how he epically owned them in the defensive maps and shit, and it's pretty fucking remarkable. I think I want to say he lives with his parents. He does. He lives with his parents because he is a pedophile and he can't get work and he doesn't want to work. So he sits at home, he goes to Lolicon, he watches VTubers, he gets into fights with VTubers, and then he makes videos about it. And then he also argues vociferously with the entire Kiwi Farms, and that's basically been his thing. That's why he's in that cult cow thing with my mind, because it's like his thing is that he's an violently retarded person who loves to get into petty slap fights. However, I promise name and shame. So I have 3 VTubers here. This is Riri Gaki, the idiot Riri Gaki. You're neat, edgy. By the way, this is somebody that you follow on Twitter, you must in my chat say, "Oh no, my Oshi," in all caps, so that I know that my game of Battleship, where I'm calling out cells and saying D5, you gotta say, "Oh no, my Oshi," in response to this. So let's see a show of hands for the Riri Gakis, the edgy, neat rat girls. 156 centimeters of stank. Actually, let's search that. I don't know that. It's 2 feet. 5'1", it looks like, or 5'2". So the Rat Bros Twitch partner. So if you're a Ririgaki, you share a follow with Gordon. You share a follow with this guy. Next, Niwu, the Strawberry Cat Girl VTuber artist. No under 18s allowed. By the way, I filtered out all the small VTubers he stalks. He has many, many follows that are like under 10,000. So my hard limit was 10,000. He had to have 10,000 for me to call him out. And some of them, there was one that was like 30,000 follows, and she was just outright like, I'm a lolicon. So that's I don't think I even brought that one up. But this is Niwu Nekbaru Neko Berry, the magical strawberry cat girl. All Niwu crew, you gotta say, oh no, my Oshi, if this is yours. And then this is Kashimu. This one has almost 40,000. Oh, this is the lolicon. I did bring her up. Cute and funny VTuber ASMR. So if you are a follower of Kashimu, actually, you're not going to say, oh no, my Oshi. You're going to close out of the stream and get the fuck away from me. All the Kashimu bros. By the way, then there's one final thing. Pippa. Allegedly. I tried to find Pippa because it's in this diagram explaining the Gordoverse. He does not follow the Pippa account on Twitter, so this is unsubstantiated, at least from my perspective. So I don't know if maybe they had a falling out. I know that Pippa reads the forum and may have seen this guy, followed him, and she's like, no, get the fuck away from me. Which would be smart, because now I have no evidence, chat. I'm sitting here, I only have this very, very nice diagram made by someone named Nugget Figure, who drew all these little caricatures that are actually quite nice. That explain the intricate web of autism that is the quote-unquote Gordoverse, which is like a group of people in the forum trying to have fun. So, my Oshi. That's funny. Next. Hard cut from pedophile lolicon VTuber to this black guy who is perhaps the coolest fucking black guy that has ever lived. Let's check him out, guys.
You got 35 weapons. Show me you right now. What is that? That nigga got 18 now. Ooh, samurai. That boy, that is a monster. Let me see what else you got. Who do you think you is? Hawkeye? That boy, God damn. Hold on, wait. Let him show his weapons. Boy, this nigga is not bullshit.
Good, man. Good, we got the black Robocop right here in the flesh. Good, don't play with this nigga, good.
All right, man, keep it going. We ain't got to talk about it.
Don't play with him, good. He gonna kill you, gonna stab you, good. He gonna shoot you, good. He on the outside, good. Don't play with him, good.
Man, this nigga can go on a goddamn. Boy, you can go into
man, what else you got, man?
Back with 6 lions,
man, what else you got, man?
He got guns down there by his shoes.
Man, you ain't got no gun in your shoe.
Yes, he do. Oh, there go them knuckles.
Red knuckles.
You been in that county before, I see, boy. Oh, that boy got bulldogs on him.
Oh my God. Oh.
Boy, you ready to fight all them deals we see on the way here right now, man. You seen about 30 deals.
Good, did the real blade? Oh my God.
Boy, that nigga done turned the wheel.
That nigga done turned the Freddy Krueger in this motherfucker.
Oh shit, you the Wolverine. Motherfucker turned out Freddy Krueger. Bro, these guys are so into it. This is like a proper like black locale. They're so fucking into it, and they're humoring him. They do a better job of humoring him than a lot of people on the forum do.
There's only 2 of them in the world. Who is this nigga, man?
Cuz you a black angel, cuz.
Cuz
You a black angel, cuz.
I bet you can't hit a backflip, goddamn.
Man, this nigga got an elephant gun. That shit right there kill elephants. That nigga got the first gun to kill the devil. That nigga got a...
Check that shit. That boy got the Scopy on there.
Man, with the scope. With the...
Nike, infrared. Nigga, he killed the dinosaurs, goddamn.
Man, this nigga...
He killed the dinosaurs. Cuz, you don't know. It might be on the floor. Did you pick it up off the floor when it hit the table?
I think I did.
Yeah, them niggas right.
Okay. So if you're only listening, you may have had some difficulty. Look at that. That fifth of like, what is that? It's like a fifth of something. He's just casually holding on the side of the street. So if you're only listening, this is a black guy. He's decked out in a trench coat. He looks like he's a mass murderer, but he's actually a good guy. He is, I think his name is Harold Davis. I was right. AKA Agent Wolf. He is the CEO of a, I think it's called Guardian Angel Security or Escort Company. And he is lovingly referred to, of course, as the real Blade, in real life Blade, because he is black and he carries approximately 30 plus weapons on him at all time. Most of them knives. I think the personal highlight, he did pull out one gun. I didn't recognize it. Someone said it's a 4.54 in chat. I cannot attest to that. But my personal highlight was it was like a brass knuckle, but instead of brass, it was like knives. And it did make him look like Wolverine or Freddy Krueger or something. So that was interesting. He is on Facebook primarily. I had a hard time finding any content from this guy because he doesn't run a YouTube channel. He's black, so he's on like weird stuff. He's Agent Wolf, bodyguard, bounty hunter, and security expert. Says owner and agency chief operations officer at Armed Guardian Angel Secured Transportation Services, LLC, and Fort Lauderdale, Florida. There's actually a lot of Floridians in this lineup for some reason. For some reason, chat. Now, one thing that kind of raised an eyebrow to me was that he says multiple MOS at retired U.S. Armed Forces. And I'm not like a military expert. I will say that sentence is a little bit sussy vodka. I do have a couple people in my chat who are probably former military or active military or whatever, who will probably agree with me that the sentence multiple MOS at retired U.S. Armed Forces is a very sussy vodka line. You may say so in chat if I am right or wrong. If someone... I know that MOS are just job titles, and that's why when someone goes up to someone and says, hey, what's your MOS? I think usually you say, like, I did tank repair in, like, the 41st Infantry or something. Like, that's your MOS. I don't even know if that's a real unit. I don't know anything about units, but I think that's what an MOS is. So, but it's very unusual to say, like, multiple MOS. Usually they have, like, a very specific MOS, or, like, they'll list all of them. Anyways, and I always, whenever I think of like a job at the military, I always go to tank repair because I think that was, Jackie Singh's job. She had a quick stint doing welding for Abrams or something. That was her job. That was her MOS. Let's see what's going on here. He got some videos up. I don't know if any of these are funny. This is just what black people do, I guess. They just hang out in parking lots. He's providing security, though. Now, if anyone asked him to provide security at this formal event of showing off cars is unknown to me. He may have invited himself for the purposes of advertising and marketing to show up in his trench coat with all of his weapons to protect this area from any unknown threats, or known threats even, perhaps. We don't know what he knows, chat. Let's see, here's him hanging out in a room. People are rapping, as they do. Very cool. I want to see more of his, security services. Oh, they're doing knife throwing. He set up like a knife throwing competition, and he's trying to entice these people to do knife throwing, including this guy who looks like he could probably do the best knife throwing. Look, this guy doesn't want. This guy's fat, but he's really insecure about that, so he has to show off that he's really nimble. Because obviously, a fat person who's actually fat because it's their own fault would never be able to jump that line. But he jumps it and then like takes a tumble. He loses his balance and like stumbles forward. That's very funny to me. More hanging out with the homies. We're gonna get some knife throwing? No, they're just doing. I don't. That guy's a zombie, I think. Get away from that zombie, bro. He can bite you. So, yeah, dude, he's like that guy. He's like Airsoft Fatty. You know how Airsoft Fatty in like the iDubbbz documentary on him would do like the lightsaber duels and stuff with his friends? He's got like this consortium of like fat white people that he hangs out with. And they do like Airsoft Fatty stick duels or something to practice their sword fighting. I wonder if it's like the guys that he's like, yeah, I'm like multiple MOS, former U.S. Armed Services, and I can train you on how to knife fight. I do this professionally as like the chief agent of the Armed Angel Security Transportation LLC. So I'm going to teach you how to stick fight. And they're like, okay, I trust you. You're a cool black man. You're basically in real life Blade. So they hang out in his lot and do this. I think I'm very right on this. And then he's posting this to Facebook because it's like, look, I'm doing the knife training with these guys. I'm teaching them how to do self-defense stuff. Let's see if he's coaching here. You can tell this is not a real fight because they're not pulling each other's hair and there's not an ensemble of people around them hooting and hollering, chat. You can tell this is in a safe, supervised environment. Wait, hold up. Something popped up on my screen. Okay, I understand what that is. It spooked me. Like, what the fuck is doing that? Okay. Yep. I think you can call it now, dude. That guy's not gonna get out of that. He's locked. Is this just gonna be them on the ground for 4 minutes? Is the red guy ever gonna get buck broken? No, he's just gonna stay on top for 4. Yeah, you can call this, bro. He's not gonna get up from this. He's pinned. He's been pinned for 5 minutes. Agent Wolf Anime. Oh my, I cannot fucking escape it. I would have to log into Instagram to see this. This is Tyke X Studios. The Agent Wolf Anime. Let me click this trepidatiously. Is there like a video I can watch? Oh my god, there is a fucking video I can watch. Oh wait, no. That's like Bollywood shit. Oh, this is the intro slide. The sound is on, so it should start playing. That's kind of crazy. How is he achieving that level of production? Is this like stuff? Oh, those are like plugins. Okay. The CGI for the robot guy was so bad that I thought the black woman was real, and the black woman is not real. So those are like plugins that he's. Yeah, okay, I understand now. I was like, how's that? How did he find a woman that can actually do that? And then it was just see, this is genius. This is the genius of Agent Wolf, is that he knew if he put in a really, really bad CGI effect and then put that next to a like bad, like only a just bad CGI effect, it would make the bad one look photorealistic, and it would completely fry my brain and my circuits. This is truly genius. They need to start doing this in Hollywood. They could save millions of dollars. You just do a really bad effect that draws the eye away from the other lesser bad effects, and then you don't have to pay people as much. Okay. Cool. I appreciate Harold Davis. I think that he's funny. I think that he's probably doing it from a good place. He wants to help people in the hood. I support that. I like him. Protecting Fort Lauderdale, chat. That's nice of him. I feel like Fort Lauderdale is a little bit safer because you don't know, you on the streets, right? You're on the streets, and you think that you might just walk up and snipe that fifth of cognac from that guy's hand as he's loitering in the parking lot looking at cars. But then you don't know, because he doesn't even show up invited. He just shows up wherever he wants to. You don't know if a guy might just pull out a fucking samurai sword and decapitate you like a Japanese peasant for your crime. You have no fucking idea if that's going to happen to you in Fort Lauderdale. There is literally a non-zero chance that you may be decapitated by a samurai sword for any kind of petty crime in Fort Lauderdale without any notice. So, the community is a little bit safer.
Thank you for watching this clip. This is Perspicacity. Remember to like and subscribe.